All right, everybody, welcome back to Movie Talks and Chill. We are your hosts. I'm Tony Serrato.
I am Gavin Butts.
I'm Patrick Wall.
And in this episode,
We'll be talking about the no NPR voice.
today we're talking about slow jams.
We'd like to thank the listener for tuning in today.
Yes. But what we are going to talk about, unfortunately, there was some tragedy last year. We had mentioned it. Sadly, Mr. Rob Reiner is no longer with us. Him and his wife. We'll get into it. You know the story. If you read the story, you know the story.
If you haven't been living under a rock, you've probably
Just
seen.
Google Rob Reiner.
And
it will.
Yeah. It's that. It's Rob Reiner time, man. I don't know what to say about it.
Nothing I want to say on the radio.
News.
Yes. So Mr. Reiner, as everybody knows, he's kind of started out. He was Meathead in All in the Family, the Archie Bunker show.
Yes.
Archie, and
you are a meathead.
A meathead. He was the son-in-law that was an extremist liberal. Hippie type, because it was back then in that time.
Which
frame.
I mean, he was still very left throughout his.
Oh yeah, no, he always stayed left, but his character was like he'd always get arguments with Archie because
And those are some of the funnier episodes too. The two of them getting at it.
Well, because they'd have there were times when even though I was a huge fan of the Archie Bunker, All in the Family, especially for Archie Bunker. It was back when times when you'd say whatever you want. It's like in the times of the Jeffersons, good times, where not everybody was so offended by everything. Because sometimes, let's just face it, it's not an opinion of the show or these guys. It's mine. You got to be able to laugh at things sometimes, and sometimes things are funny, and not everything can be offensive. If every single thing is offensive, then nobody would ever be able to say anything to anybody.
Exactly.
I still love to this day. I'm gonna get you, sucker. Like, I'll tell everyone in the world to watch that movie.
But I like the fact of with Archie, he was very a conservative type, but they would get in arguments, and there would be some times where Meathead would get him on something, and Archie's way out of that was awesome. He'd be like, "Well, not in this house."
Yeah.
Just ended like that, or well, you can go out and get a job and find your own place to live. So he did have his ways, but great show. But Mr. Rob Reiner, that was kind of what he was originally well known for, and then he went on and directed a lot of stuff.
A lot of really good movies.
Yeah, when we're going to eventually talk about our favorite Rob Reiners is the one where he was a director and not an actor for me. Like, he was a fantastic director in the movie that I want to talk about.
Well, he directed a lot.
Yeah.
But one is my utmost favorite. It's one of my top 5 movies of all time. Like,
I think I can guess what it is.
I'm pretty sure I know exactly what it is, too.
Yeah. Which is fine. I've talked about this movie before, and I'll talk about it. It's a goddamn great movie. Like he did such a well. I mean, not obviously he directed it, but the acting and the writing and everything was spot on for this movie.
Oh yeah, and he was actually very diverse in his films too.
Oh yeah,
there was a lot of
after the
really
movie
different...
that I want. You know what? I'm just gonna say it.
Just
The
say
Princess Bride.
Yeah,
we all knew that was coming.
I mean,
but
how do you have that and then
Misery
and then Misery? But then you go and do Wolf of Wall Street,
and a few good men,
and he did not have a genre of a film that he did.
No, his genre was awesome.
Yeah, it was how do I make a good project great?
Yeah. I think that's what he's like. Got shown the script, and he's like, yeah, I can make this $1 billion.
Why wouldn't you?
And frickin' Spinal Tap.
And the new one coming out.
Yeah. Got a new one coming out.
But he was involved in that one, wasn't he?
Yeah, because this was before he passed.
Spinal Tap 2: The End Continues.
yeah, exactly. Why don't you just leave them at 10 and then make the 10 the highest? These go to 11.
These go to 11.
Yeah, we scratched off the 10 number and just wrote 11 on all our speakers. Well, why didn't you just leave 10 of it? Because these go to 11.
Oh my God, he directed The American President. I love that movie. I thought that movie was great.
You didn't know that?
No, I did not.
How dare you?
Yeah, I know. I'm a real piece of garbage.
Okay, well, so Patrick, talk to us about Princess Bride. I mean,
what can I say?
Who could not not love a movie that has Fred Savage and Andre the Giant in it?
Yeah.
And Peter Falk.
And Peter Falk,
Is-
Billy Crystal.
yes, the wildest fucking character in that
I
movie.
know. Humperdinck.
No, but it's like, even if you haven't seen the movie, you know the phrase, "My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die."
Yes.
That's what this movie. That's from that movie. It's a love story, and it's the framing device is, I can't remember the actor's actual name, but it's Columbo reading a book.
Peter Falk.
Peter Falk. Telling a story to Fred Savage.
You have 6 fingers on your left hand. Someone was looking for you earlier.
Yeah. He's reading the story to Fred Savage. He's like, "Oh, Grandpa, this isn't going to be one of those lovey-dovey, kissy books." And he's like,
It's a little bit. Just wait.
just listen. And then you
And then
learn-
I love they recreate that scene for the first Deadpool movie with Fred
Yep.
Savage. It was
the adult Fred Savage.
well, so it was 4, and they I think they only showed it around Christmas time, but it was supposed to. It was a PG-13 version of Deadpool, so people could go in and
yeah.
kids
Yeah.
could watch
Deadpool
it.
2, I think.
Yeah.
something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. The PG-13 version. He's there, and he said something. He's like, "Wow, Fred Savage really is terrible." Oh, and the thing is, like when he starts hurting on Nickelback, and then Ryan Reynolds like, "Oh, 13 Grammys, sold out concerts around the world. You just you take those words back, Fred Savage."
But it's the story about Cary Ellis's character who goes off to make a name for himself so he can marry the daughter of the lord of the land he works on. He was a stable boy. And then he doesn't come back. Princess Buttercup is her name. And then she gets kidnapped by Sean Wallace. If you don't know who Sean Wallace is, he's in literally everything.
Good to know.
Yep.
That narrows it down.
Yeah, pretty much.
Everything.
And then when she gets kidnapped, they start getting trailed by the Dread Pirate Roberts, like the most feared pirate in all of the land. And then, spoiler for a movie that came out in 1987, the Dread Pirate Roberts isn't a person, it's a title, so it's passed down from everybody and everybody and everybody. And basically the story is when he went off to go make his own, he got captured by the Dread Pirate Roberts, and then he slowly just got trained, and when he passed away, he took on the moniker.
When he retired.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then it's just this whole movie about trying to rescue Princess Buttercup and trying to save her from the evil king. Like they go into the forest of, it's a swamp forest filled with rats of unusual size, and it's got flames and fire and everything.
Everything you want.
Yeah.
Everything you'd grow to love.
And the evil sheriff of Nottingham creates a device that.
Sheriff of Nottingham. When we get on Robin Hood.
Yeah. It's Nottingham.
Do you, Sheriff of Rottingham, Mervyn? Your name is Mervyn?
He creates this torture device that just sucks the life out of you, so you just get older and older. And then that happens to Cary Ellis's character, the Lord Dread Pirate Roberts, and then they bring him to Billy Crystal, who puts the life back into him. And like the third act of the movie, Cary Ellis is just like sitting up against the wall and like, I can almost move my hands. And then Andre the Giant's just like slamming heads into walls and stuff. Inigo Montoya is avenging his father from the Six-Fingered Man. It's just a fantastic story. It's whimsical, but it's not whimsical for the sake of just being whimsical. It's just fun.
Whimsical to be whimsical.
It's not whimsical for whimsy.
It's whimsical in a good way.
It's delightful.
Goddamn delightful.
We still got to get Patrick a shirt made for that.
Yeah, right? Maybe for his 41st birthday.
Ooh, which is coming up in 6 months. Yeah, well, someone turns 41 before I do.
Yeah.
Technically 5 months.
No,
We're
it's
in January.
It's because it's not the 21st yet. It's 6 months and 3 days.
Still
2
not
days.
6 months. Wow. He doesn't know that, does he? You know what I'm saying? It's still 5 months and 2 days.
Yeah, whatever.
Let's do the fingers. February, March, April, May, June.
Patrick, I'm worried about your new job.
Yeah.
As should their clients.
Bring a calculator and a robot.
Yeah. It's a good thing it's automated.
He's gonna have a waffle bot with him.
Don't know what that is. God, I'm old.
You don't know what a waffle bot is?
I've
Harold
legitimately.
and Kumar Christmas.
Oh God, I've watched that crappy movie once.
Wow. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Yeah. So I will say he's done so many great movies that he's directed. It's hard to pick one, but I will say, from an old school standpoint, Stand By Me
Yeah. Really, really good one.
Mm-hmm.
is a great movie that a lot of people did not know that was even a Stephen King movie
Yeah,
or book.
Yeah,
That
that
was
kind of
adapted from.
shocked me when I first learned about that. Like, this is same guy who did Christine did
Yeah.
that movie.
But he
And
also,
Shawshank.
yeah, but he also did the Green Mile and stuff. But regardless, Stand By Me, very, very good movie. Richard Dreyfuss narrates it, so that makes it even better.
Yeah.
You know, again, if you don't know the movie, I'm sorry. Go watch it.
It's a real good coming of age film.
Yeah.
Yep.
4 kids trying to go look at a dead body.
Yeah.
Yep. Very young Will Wheaton.
Yeah.
Very young
Yeah.
Corey
Will Wheaton.
Feldman. A very young Jerry O'Connell.
Yeah,
and,
I forgot he was in that
River
movie.
Phoenix, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
River
Wasn't it?
Phoenix. Yep.
Yeah, so 4 very young versions.
Of
Very talented actors.
exactly.
Yep. Because I mean, you had Jerry O'Connell. He went on and did multiple movies. Will Wheaton obviously is best known as Wesley Crusher in
Yeah.
Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Well,
And,
Jerry O'Connell, I know him best from Sliders.
yeah, he
Yeah.
did Sliders. He did that show when he was younger called My Secret Identity.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, it's, we'll get into that later. I don't want to get too sidestepped on that. We all know what River Phoenix went on to do, and then Corey Feldman is Corey Feldman.
Yeah.
Corey Feldman had an illustrious career up until he was probably like 25,
Yeah.
26, and now he's basically just does a lot of
does
reality
talk shows.
Yeah, talk shows, and he was on some of those reality shows, wasn't he? With like the
I think so.
like
I know.
like the down and out actor reality shows.
Yeah.
Where,
I think more recently, what I've seen him in, he's an advocate for abuse of child stars. in
yeah, 'cause
Hollywood.
he had the whole thing with Michael Jackson and
Yeah,
stuff,
like
and
he-
actually more than that, like other directors and people.
Yeah,
worked
he
with.
was-
Well, and it was because of Corey Haim too.
Yeah,
Yeah. Even though he went down a very dark path with drugs and alcohol, he did not have the greatest environment in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he was
It's a little bit understandable, but I mean, he went deeper than RDJ.
like we talked about in the last episode. He's kind of the opposite of Ron Howard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Ron Howard survived and went through. Luckily, like we talked about with Ron Howard, though, he had a lot more wholesome
Yeah.
surroundings. Like Andy Griffin is just a nice guy.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But unfortunately, he did not.
No. So yeah, but that was one. Stand By Me. The kids want to go see a dead body, and throughout that they're decide they're gonna go camping. Tell their parents they're staying out because I think it's over the weekend. But yeah, just throughout the movie, it's just them finding more and more out about each other, and there's a lot of tears shed in that movie.
It was.
If you really
Oh
think
yeah,
about
it's
it.
a real guy cry movie.
Yeah.
It's a real anyone cry movie.
Oh yeah, so that would be for me. I think most people have seen the movie. I don't.
Even
delve
I've seen
into-
the movie.
and that's
That's
something.
that's
right
saying
there.
That is
something right
saying
there.
something.
That is something right there. What about you, Gavin?
I would have to say probably I'm kind of torn between two, but I'm gonna go with Sleepless in Seattle.
Okay.
Excuse me, not Sleepless. When Harry Met Sally. Sorry,
Yeah.
wrong
Either one-
Meg Ryan movie.
They're both
but-
good.
both good, but I mean, obviously you've got the famous scene in there.
The
and,
diner scene.
and I didn't know. I found this out later, but in there where the lady's like, "I'll have what she's having." That was Rob Reiner's mother.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
And she's, "I'll have what she's having." It's like, I'd know if you fake it. No, you wouldn't know if I faked it. Yeah, yes, I would totally know. And then she just fakes it right there. And yeah.
That's all I have to say
That's
about
all
that.
you have to say. That's all I have to say about that. But yeah, Sleepless in Seattle, really good movie as well. I don't know if he directed. I don't think he directed that.
Yeah, he did.
He did?
Yep, he
Okay.
directed and
Okay.
I believe. Let's see here. Sleepless in Seattle.
Yep, 93.
While these two are looking at their phones, we're talking about like.
Oh, sorry. When Harry Met Sally. That's what I was. What you said, Sleepless.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
said Sleepless. So that's what I was looking at. Yes.
He
Yeah,
did that after. That was 93. When Harry Met Sally was 89.
Yeah, so he wrote and directed he directed and produced When Harry Met Sally.
Gotcha.
Like we're going to talk about a lot about his directorial work, which once again, an amazing director. But one of his acting roles, he was the dad in New Girl in like 5 different episodes, and he was the ex-husband of Trading Places woman.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Thank you, Jamie Lee Curtis. And shit.
Thank you.
But every time he was on that show, it was just one of the funniest like episods in that show.
Oh, he's a funny guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he played the dad in The Wolf of Wall
And
Street. I
that
mean,
was
scene,
hilarious.
Yeah.
For $42,000 for one meal? For one meal? What are you doing, Jordan? It was all the sides. Did they cure cancer? They actually did cure cancer.
Yeah.
You shut up. He's gonna murder you.
Dad, you're not gonna believe it. All the girls now fully shaved. Really? Isn't it complete? Really? I kind of miss. I
like the bush. I know you do, Dad. I know.
Dad, you're not gonna believe this.
He's like E Entertainment. What kind of hooker takes credit cards? The expensive ones.
We call those the Nasdaqs.
Yeah,
right. But back to with When Harry Met Sally, though, I will also say it's a good movie to watch, like when it's cold out or something, or it's raining or something.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good to watch whenever, but
I mean, it's a good movie.
yeah, it's like a whole will they, won't they throughout the entire movie. You know?
Spoilers, they do.
And it's a lot of coincidence too, because they're separated for so long.
Exactly. Yeah.
Then they meet like an airport.
Again.
Yeah, and
because that's where they have the original meet.
Yep. And then they go through, and I also like throughout the movie they do the interviews with the couples. Like there's couples throughout the whole movie that it's they'll just talk about whatever their
Well, there's
relationship
another
is.
movie. I don't know if he did that or not. With Billy Crystal, Forget Paris. It's almost the exact same.
Oh, is it?
So Forget Paris. It opens up at a dinner with the couple. So Billy Crystal and I can't remember the female lead who was coming in, but they're waiting on them to show up. So it's 3 couples. It's going to be 3 couples. The other 2 they've just met them, and so the other couple that's like been their friend for like whole life. He tells them that's how they're telling the story. Is like you're going through there and like seeing all the ups and downs, and because they met in Paris and it was so magical, and then they had like a shotgun wedding, and then everything started being really bad.
Yep.
And a normal rom-com.
Yeah.
We've seen the formula.
Copy, paste, print.
Cut, print a picture. Let's go.
Well, and I love the conversations that they always have when he's talking about men and women can never be friends. He's like, because there's always going to be guys always going to be thinking about sex, regardless. But then later on, he retracts that as they get older. And she's like, I thought you said men and women. He's like, well, that's only if this is this. He starts retracting and pedaling back.
Backtracking that statement.
But there was and I didn't know this actually until not that long ago. But I didn't know he actually directed Misery.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm honest to God, did not know that until probably about 10 years ago. And I'd seen Misery many, many times.
Yeah. That movie to this day still freaks me out a little bit.
You just like the hobbling.
I don't like it. That's the part that disturbs me. And it's clearly a rubber foot that goes sideways with the sledgehammer.
Yeah.
But when you just see that thing flop to the side, it makes like it's once again clearly rubber, plastic, and like. His foot is not actually anywhere near the beam or the sledgehammer, but it's still really upsetting to watch it just go crack and then flop around.
Well, one of the other ones I like, and it kind of goes to because he always does. He seems to be attracted to movies where it's a lot of like friendship based,
Yeah.
or like
Building relationships.
building relationships or something. And so, The Bucket List,
Yes.
phenomenal movie.
That was really good. Yeah.
Jack Nicholson, Morgan Freeman.
That's the guy cry movie too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the whole time you think it's going to be Jack Nicholson that goes first,
exactly.
because when they're doing the whole funeral scene at the end of it, or towards the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
But just, I don't know, there was something about that movie that was just, it was kind of funny. It was like Morgan Freeman, for some reason. Well, Morgan Freeman's a phenomenal anyway. Like anything there's nothing he can't do wrong. You know?
Right? Yeah. He's Tom Hanks
Yeah,
basically.
he's just good. Like you throw him into anything and just say, "Hey, just be Morgan Freeman." And he's like, "All right,
could
I
you
got
just
this."
be you?
Yeah. But he reminded me a lot of in that movie, a lot of his character from Las Vegas,
Okay, yeah.
where they all, as they're getting older, and he's Michael Douglas going to get married, and invites them all out there with Robert De Niro and them, and like that's the type of character he was. I think it's very reflective of that. But yeah, just going through, I mean, you got to think about it. It's kind of a scary notion and he also has the theme of death a lot too.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
there is. I mean, Stand By Me. Like,
But it's like you
it's
watch
all centered around death.
Yeah, it's like, jeez Louise. But no, it's just a great movie about two guys who don't know each other. One's really rich, one's just getting by. They end up in the same hospital room. They end up sharing a room because he's supposed to have a private
They're
room
both-
because he like owns hospitals or something,
Yeah.
or runs a company that basically owns all the. And he said they were doing a thing where they were doing cutbacks. Like, no, 2 people per every room to save money, and so he gets stuck in that. And
Yeah, he was the one that approved that.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He wanted it to save money, so he's like, no, 2 people per room, no exceptions. And then he gets stuck in the room with someone. And but yeah, no, ultimately, then they realize that they both have their forms of cancer or whatnot, and they decide they're going to make their bucket list. And for those of you who don't know what a bucket list is, it's all the wish things you want to do before you die, before you kick the bucket. And they do it. They do a lot of them.
Always, when I think about the movie too, I also think about Easy A.
Oh yeah.
Where he's like, you know what? I've decided we're gonna watch the bucket list. And actually, sweetie, after we watch it, mark off watch the bucket list off my bucket list.
I've seen the movie and I think it's great, but the only thing I can remember, like off the top of my head from that movie, is when she's her gay best friend and her are in the bedroom at a house party, and he wants her to be like his beard, and so he was like, "We need to fool everyone that we're having sex, like I'm a straight person," and they're just like jumping down on the bed, and she's going, "Oh yeah, baby, blah blah blah." And she's like, "Are you ready for this? This is the money shot." He's like, "What are you talking about?" And she just straight up gut punched him. And he goes, "Oh!" And then everyone's like, "Oh yeah, buddy."
Yeah. And there's the finish.
Yeah.
There it
I
is.
just love it. Are you ready for this? He's like, "What are you talking?" Just like straight up Hadouken from Street Fighter. I love that scene in that movie.
Just so everybody's clear, he's talking about Easy A,
Yes.
not the bucket list.
Yes,
Just to be
the bucket
clear,
list, that does not happen.
Yeah. Make sure everybody understands. There's not any scene like that in the movie. The
No,
Bucket
Yeah,
there's
List.
Jack
really-
Nicholson
So if you're all
does-
going to run to watch the bucket list to watch it, it's his fault that you did.
yeah, Jack Nicholson does not gut punch Morgan Freeman, so he sounds like he's ejaculating. But I literally just learned this. I did not know that he directed A Few Good Men, which is a phenomenal movie if you have not seen it. I remember when I was in high school, I was part of the JROTC program, and I was on the drill team. So the opening minute of that movie, you're watching the actual naval drill team perform, and it's what we aspired to be as good. But clearly, we were high school kids; we were not that good. But with the way they're snapping their weapons, they're all totally in synchronized order. It's pure drill team, and we watched that scene like once a month in high school.
We did the same. We watched there was a documentary on the team. I can't. I want to say it was maybe like late 90s that the documentary came out. But yeah, they talked about like how many hours. Like it was 6 to 7 hours a day that they trained.
Oh, I bet.
That was all you did. You didn't do anything else in the army. That was it. And you were you had to have. It was like them and the people who guard the tomb of the
Unknown soldier.
Unknown soldier.
I thought that was the Secret Service.
No,
Oh.
that's it's all branches of the military that you can apply for it. But it's a high honor to be able to do it. But I mean, there's always someone that stands guard. So if it's 4 degrees outside, you're there. If it's raining, hail, storm, there's a person there.
Yeah,
every
I'll
time.
take the summer shift.
Yeah. Right.
I got this thing. I got this inner ear thing with it gets too cold.
But you like have to. They like went in your your back. Like you couldn't while you're on that. You can't like be seen out getting drunk or in like you have a very strict regimen that you have to follow to be there and hold that position.
But yeah, like we would watch that scene. It's just like that's what we wanted to do at competitions.
Absolutely, yeah.
What we did at competitions may not have been at that level. But no, that opening scene is fantastic. I can't believe they actually got the naval drill team to actually be in that movie. And then the rest of the movie, while it's not the drill team, and I would have watched 2 hours worth of that drill team performance, is a very great legal drama with Jack Nicholson, Kiefer Sutherland's in there,
Tom Cruise.
Demi Moore.
One of the main characters in the movie.
Well, if I need to tell you that Tom Cruise is in A Few Good Men,
Do you really need to tell us that Jack Nicholson's in it?
yes.
You know what, Patrick? You can't handle the truth.
Yeah.
But it's Kevin Bacon's in it.
Yeah.
He's not on the poster, so maybe you didn't know that one.
Demi Moore.
She's on the poster.
And
I
don't-
do
don't
like
forget
when
about his partner, Kevin Pollak.
Kevin Pollak's in it.
Kevin Pollak.
But I do like when there's a scene earlier on in the movie with Demi Moore, and she's in a meeting with like her 2 commanding officers, and one of them, the commanding officer behind the desk, is like, "Why don't you go outside and grab a coffee?" She's like, "No, I'm good. I'm not very thirsty. Please go outside and leave the office so we can talk about you behind your back." And she, "Yes, sir."
I mean, it's straight up.
Yeah.
It's honest. If you can be honest about something.
Yeah, well, when you're an admiral and she's a commander, like I don't think she like I don't want you. I don't want you talking about behind my back. Thank you for your input, Commander. Please leave the office.
You know, my title is Admiral.
Yeah.
Basically a general for the Navy.
Yeah.
So,
That's the thing about the military is whoever's above you can tell you what the hell to do.
Yeah. For the most part,
Unless
let's not
you're-
get into it though.
Unless you're Samuel L. Jackson, I'm aware that the council has made a decision, but seeing as it's a stupid ass decision, I chose to ignore it.
And that Denzel Washington movie, not Hunt for Red October. What's it?
Ghost of Mississippi.
No. Denzel Washington, Gene Hackman, Submarine. I have all the plot points here.
You're thinking of Hunt for Red October?
No, that's the one with Alec Baldwin.
Yeah.
No. So the movie I'm thinking of, which I cannot clearly apparently remember.
A submarine in it.
Yeah.
No, so it's Denzel Washington is the XO of the submarine. Gene Hackman is the commander, and they're out in the Pacific Ocean somewhere, and they get a half-completed order to launch nuclear weapons. Denzel Washington being the XO is like, we don't have this fully confirmed. We should not launch. Gene Hackman's like, I can clearly see on the secured message we are to launch our nukes. And then the rest of the movie is them stealing the army keys and keeping away half the submarine is one way or the other. And then they finally get the message system back on board. They're like, do not fire. So it's like, oh, thank God we just didn't nuke Beijing. Like,
We didn't start World War III here.
yeah. What the hell's that movie in that?
You got a fantastic
yeah,
rectangle right there. And while you're doing that, we'll continue on. He was in the movie Throw Mama from the Train. He didn't direct it, but he played Joel in that movie. Joel was, if I remember correctly, I believe that was Billy Crystal's editor or whoever he was. He's writing a book or his friend or something. Where because in the movie in Throw Mama from the Train, Billy Crystal was a writer, but he was taking up teaching students on night classes just to make money until he could write his book because he was stuck at The Night Was. And so his buddy was Joel, and he's like, you gotta do something,
Crisscross.
Yes, crisscross. The night was sultry. The night
Crimson Tide. That's the name.
Crimson Tide.
Alabama?
Alabama. Roll Tide.
But side note, Crimson Tide, fantastic movie with Gene Hackman and Denzel Washington. You should see it if you haven't already.
Watch it.
Do
Love
it. Do it. Bacardi and Cola. Do it.
Do it.
He was
You got a sweet pucker there.
remember he played himself in Dickie Roberts.
Yes, yes, he was
Former
Rob
child star.
Reiner and Dickie Roberts.
Max
Ed
Belford.
TV.
Yeah.
Like, I had no idea that he did that.
Mhm.
And I liked Ed TV.
Did you really though?
I actually
No,
did.
I know. No, I'm just kidding.
It was like, Truman Show was just that was wild. But EdTV was like it was what we are now. Like EdTV was reality TV before it was real.
Yeah.
But
Fun fact.
no,
sorry.
go ahead.
I was gonna say, fun fact. Apparently, he was one of the callers on Frasier at one point. His name was Bill.
One of the callers.
So on Frasier, where they would call
When
into
he
a
was,
show,
when
he
he's
was.
in the radio station.
Yeah, he was one of the callers
Okay.
in 1998. His character was named Bill. And I am back on to Rob Reiner, not Denzel Washington
Yes.
or Gene Hackman.
He played an episode of Batman, the old TV series with Adam West.
Interesting.
Oh, okay.
He was in Andy Griffith's show. He had just small roles, and
Yeah.
then Beverly Hillbillies.
Was he
The
the one who
Partridge
came up with the
Family?
anti-shark spray that Batman
Oh
had to use?
God,
on?
no! Nobody wants to even talk about that.
I mean, obviously, it's bad, poor writing, and lazy acting, but it's still hilarious.
Did you ever see that scene?
Yep,
where
they're on
shark's
the helicopter and he
the
just
shark
pulls
is on his leg.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then he
he's
just pulls out the spray.
Just like this rubber shark, just like I'm like, dude, you got a shark biting into your leg.
Like,
your
we
leg
all
would have
know-
been ripped off because just the teeth going through it.
Just
at that
one
weight.
jerk. Yeah.
But at that weight, because they're out of the water, that thing would have just.
We get it. It was the late 50s, early 60s, but come on, man.
It's
Come on, man.
It's Batman, dude. It's Batman. I was in. It's the Gary Shandling show. He had in the Larry. I do remember he had the cameo in Larry Sanders.
He also directed Rumor Has It
Yes.
with Kevin Costner. That's who was in there, and of course younger Jennifer Aniston at that time.
His first acting credit is a TV show named Manhunt, and he was in an episode in 1961. Fun fact, I didn't even know this was a thing. I've never heard of it. Will not watch it. It sounds... Well, it lasted for like 3 seasons, so it must have been good. But still won't watch it.
Won't watch it, but it sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
If you go on to the page on IMDb, you know where it says where you can watch? There is nowhere you can watch this. You can't even rent or buy it on Amazon.
Well,
Oh.
yeah.
But
there are some things that are hard to find.
yes. Just quick side note. I know I'm about to talk about video game real quick.
Oh God.
Yep. So when Rockstar was developing Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, they had to fully revamp their like targeting and weapons usage and stealth and all that. They created like a brand new engine to work in this game, and it worked so well. They created a spin-off game called Manhunt, and it was using their same technology, but it was Manhunt. You're thinking of like a U.S. Marshal or a bounty hunter. No, you're a psychotic killer hunting other people. This was basically just like a tech to show off what their new technology. It was so. I say this. It was PlayStation 2, but it was gratuitous violence and gore so much that it had a congressional hearing on it.
Nice.
Well, I mean, so did GTA.
Yeah, but the game Manhunt was based off of the new engine that they made for Grand Theft Auto. But I mean, once again, we're talking PlayStation 2, pixels the size of Tony's glasses. Like,
Yeah.
it's not the most goriest thing you'll ever see.
Sorry about your glasses.
There's nothing unusual about the size of these glasses. They're normal size glasses. I mean, you make it sound like I'm like the old lady with the gigantic things that cover.
Or like bubbles.
And,
Yeah.
and my cousin Vinny.
Yeah.
He
think
doesn't-
I'm getting thicker glasses.
For the record, no, Tony does have very normal sized glasses. But when you're talking about pixels in a video game, you don't want to see something even remotely close to the size of normal glasses.
Sure you
Well,
do.
There's that a reel on Instagram. It's like this girl who's like trying to play dress up for her husband, and she comes in a Laura Croft outfit. He goes, "No, I want you to wear the other one." And so she leaves and comes back, and her boobs, and she's got like bricks where her boobs are. That's how the pixelation was. He's like, "Yes!"
I want you to wear the
Finally
other
going to
ones.
unlock the nude code that
Yeah.
everyone said existed. Because my uncle worked for Nintendo back in the day. God, I hated those kids.
He did do. We're back on Rob Reiner. Just so
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, we're
We have
back
to
off
we
video
have to Make
games.
sure we have to redirect everybody. He did also do that movie, and I forgot he did this one. I enjoyed it. Was that Defending Your Life? It wasn't a big blockbuster movie. It was Albert Brooks.
Never
starred
heard of
in
it, I'm afraid.
Actually, you have because you brought it up once and you couldn't remember what the name of the movie was.
Oh my God! No. Okay. Yep.
It's
Just
Rip
click.
Torn.
Yep.
Is in there.
Yep.
He dies and he's got to defend his basic life.
Yeah.
You got to see what.
And
what's
they have to wait to the very end to see if he like risk everything to go be with the girl that he
Yeah.
loves. That's on a different.
Yeah, because he
train.
never took a chance or
Yeah.
anything in life. And
Yeah, I remember when they went to the Hall of Past Lives. He was just like food for
Yeah.
like, and then like the girl, he's
He was food.
yeah, like you just see like they don't show anything, but you just see their fate, their reactions, and you just hear the roar, and you're like, oh no, and the girl like then he falls in. The woman that he falls in love with, every time you go to like her trial, and they're like, this is just a formality. You are an amazing person. And he's like, every time he's in court, they're like, so you didn't do this. And he's like, well, I shouldn't have. Well, I didn't want to do drugs or do a crime. He's like, that's not the point. You didn't enjoy life. Like you have to prove to us that you actually lived a fulfilled life. That movie's actually awesome.
It's really awesome, man.
It was awesome, man.
It was good.
Well, thank Rob Reiner for that.
Yeah.
He wrote
Yeah.
or he directed and produced it.
It's a great movie.
Just so because there's some that I'm not as familiar with. I mean, I have seen, but haven't seen in a while. But just so everybody knows, we're not missing anything. He did do the movie North. I don't know if that's another Elijah Wood movie.
Sounds familiar.
It's basically
think
almost
I've seen
like a fantasy movie. He wants to emancipate himself from his parents. He wants to get new parents, so he travels all over. It's one of those like not really true type movies. Like it's fantasy basically, and so he ends up meeting all these different types of parents from all over in different styles and trying to figure out. And he, at the end of the day, realizes he just wants to be back home. But it's like all publicized. Everybody's like rooting for North, figuring out who he's gonna go with.
Right.
Like, there's this like Texas cattle ranch family that he comes out with, and he's like, "Nah, North." He's sitting at the big table with steaks and everything, and he's loving it. But then he goes and meets this other family, and it's actually just a cute kid movie. It's kind of like watching Radio Flyer, but without the stepfather beating factor into it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, that's always a good back to
take that
omit.
out. Which, by the way, having Tom Hanks do that was hard to watch.
Yeah.
That was the only bad thing about Radio Flyer for me. I'm like, oh, you're killing Tom Hanks for me. It's kind of like watching him as Uncle Ned in Family Ties, where he's alcoholic and then slaps Alex across the room at one time. I'm like, oh man, dang.
Well, now I'm just remembering Matt Damon from
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. Good Will Hunting, when he tells the story to Robin
yeah.
Williams, like, this is what it looks like. And he's like, you're having your dad put cigarette burns out on your arm. Like, oh, that's sad.
That was Breakfast Club.
Yeah, that actually was Breakfast Club.
No, he's talking to Robin Williams in the therapy session, Matt Damon, and he's talking about how his stepdad would put out cigarettes in his arm.
Well, then he stole that from Judd Nelson.
Yeah, that movie came out first.
Yeah.
Smoke up, Johnny.
I've never seen it, but
This is what happens when you spill paint in the garage.
At my house.
But I remember last week we were talking about Jared from Silicon Valley, and there's a one-away line. He's like, it's like when you put out cigarette burns on your arm, put out cigarettes on your arm to stay awake. Like, what, Jared?
Huh? Who?
And then he just like, and then walks off to go be the COO of a major tech company.
Because Jared's crazy.
He really is. There's a one time they're looking for an investor, and they're like, "You want to turn off your car? You want to die today, motherfucker?"
Yeah.
Did I just hear Jared say that? All right, not Silicon Valley. Back to Rob Reiner. I haven't seen this movie, but everybody who has says it's a fantastic movie. Is LBJ.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's about Lyndon B. Johnson, but I've never seen the movie. Can one of you two expand?
I haven't seen it.
I haven't
It's-
watched the whole thing, but I can
it's-
tell you it's basically about Lyndon B. Johnson.
Yeah, see, I gathered that from the title. All right, so there's a movie we all haven't seen. I think this is the first time on the podcast.
Yeah, it was, I don't know, Lyndon Johnson, that was never a president that really interested me that much. I mean, I know there are interesting things about him, but I just haven't.
I know he was president in the 60s.
Like, I watched that movie Frost versus Nixon
Yeah.
that Ron Howard did, because the whole Nixon thing is obviously very popular and very
Yeah.
interesting to hear.
There's a great Doctor Who episode about that, by the way.
Which season? Is it the which
It's the one with
Doctor?
Matt Smith.
Oh, I
It's
love
season
that.
6.
That's one of the great.
It's the one where you
Matt
meet
Smith
the
was-
silence the
Okay.
first time.
Okay, he was one of the best doctors.
David Tennant's my favorite, but Matt Smith grew on me. Like I didn't like him at first, but then I really started like later and later I started to like him.
He grew on him.
He really
like
did.
a fungus.
I also liked the War Doctor. I thought that was a really good one. All right, back to Rob Reiner. We'll
So,
do an
yeah.
episode on Doctor Who later because it's been going on for like 80 years.
He did the sure thing. I just want to read these out so that before we run out of time today, that we're not missing anything.
You even brought this up a couple episodes back, Being Charlie.
Being Charlie, yes.
That was actually about him and his son. He produced that with his son, and it was essentially like, a mockumentary on, well, I won't say mockumentary, but it's a movie based on, how the life was.
And if at this point you haven't Googled Rob Reiner, you will know like his son and family life is big part of the news right now.
Yeah.
It's a sad situation.
Oh,
It
it's
is.
a wildly sad situation.
But yeah, and Being Charlie, it's really about how, a kid struggles with addiction and a father trying to deal with it. Because at the end of the day, in the movie, like it seems like the dad's just a real prick, but he really is trying to do it because he knows there's no other way except for this tough love. And that's kind of, I guess, the catch-22 of it. Obviously, I've never been a parent, so I don't know, but I'm assuming it'd be like after a certain point, you just have to, it's tough love.
Yeah.
I'm just going to show you some tough love.
Yeah. You're going to have to come up here, Fred. I'm sorry.
Shave a couple reindeer, put the stars on the tree. Easy stuff.
Easy stuff.
Sorry. So, but no, it was actually, I watched it and it was really good. I think that one was on Tubi. I think that's where I found it. But no, overall, it was a really good movie. And then just about just the life of, meeting all the other people that have addictions in those type places and, being in basically like a lockdown, not being able to leave, but then having to get certain permissions and then just going back and forth with the family because the mother, wants to just
Having those
do everything.
interventions. Yeah.
So I was looking through his credits, and apparently he was on a TV show or a movie called in 1967, The Big Mouth. There's a show on Netflix called Big Mouth, and that was the first thing I thought of. I was like, holy crap, Ryan Reiner was in that Nick Kroll show? No, this is wildly different. This one probably doesn't have a load of, and I say load, of dick jokes.
A load.
So he also did The Story of Us,
Yes.
The Ghosts of Mississippi.
That one sounds familiar. I don't know if I've seen that.
So when I saw that credit too, but I went into it to double check, but I was convinced it was that Gene Hackman movie, but that was Mississippi Burning. Which that one, it's a great movie.
Yeah.
But I have not seen this one.
The Ghosts of Mississippi. Like I said, I'm just reading up the ones that I'm not as familiar with. I mean, I may have seen them, but not. It was probably a while back. It was probably when it came out in 1996. I saw it. So some time has passed since then.
Yeah.
We're in 2026 now. So that was 30 years ago. Rumor has it,
They
Alex
made
and
a
Emma.
show about Gomer Pyle. Did not-
USMC.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Gomer Pyle joined the Marines.
Well, I know he killed Vincent D'Onofrio kills himself in basic training.
Yeah.
In Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah, I know that.
And his
Was,
character's named Gomer Pyle.
Well, that's what he nicknamed him.
That's
They
right.
nicknamed him Private Pyle because he was a goofball.
Yeah,
That's what
He
Gomer
could
Pyle
suck
was.
a golf ball through a garden hose.
Yeah, he was a goofball. Yeah, they did a spinoff back then because all through in Andy Griffith's show, he was, I can't remember what he did in the town of Andy
I
Griffith.
think he was a mechanic.
Yeah, you might be right.
I think he was.
And so, but yeah, and then he joined the USMC.
I'm a permanent latrine orderly.
Yeah. Well,
Surprise!
golly.
Yeah. Surprise, surprise, surprise.
It's like Jack Black's character in Mars Attacks. Like, I'm going to go out and be myself a hero. And the only thing he's doing is putting up, like, wooden barricades.
Hey, he grabbed a rifle.
Yeah, and then immediately died.
Yeah.
I think it was one of those jokes where he aims to fire, but he just ejects the mag.
Yeah. Falls out the bottom.
Anybody ever seen Shock and Awe?
No,
I have never seen that.
no, I never even heard of it. I mean, from a movie context.
Yeah. Shock and Awe. What about Flipped? You ever seen Flipped?
Heard of it, actually. Well,
You ever seen Flipped?
Nope.
Okay.
Mm.
All right then.
Well,
So Rob Reiner,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen.
Right. I'm looking in here. Is that Sinbad? No, it's not Sinbad. It's apparently he has a credit for one of the Power Rangers movies.
Oh God.
oh, which one? Please tell me it was the first one from like 1994.
Turbo, a Power Rangers movie.
Oh, that was the second one. Bullshit.
How do you know that on a whim?
Yeah.
I went to the theaters to see the original.
Oh
I thought,
my God.
yeah, I'm really dating myself on that one.
It's not that you're doing to yourself. Wow. You so.
Why do you hate yourself?
I was a child.
I know.
How old were you?
What year did that come out? 90.
You tell me. You seem to know
It's
exactly.
in the
which
90s. Like
I think
90s.
it came out in 95, 96, so I would have been 10 or 11.
one. Okay. I'll excuse that then. I thought you meant like you were like 22 and be like, I'm going to see the Power Rangers movie, man.
No. All right, I got to look up.
Well,
what
you're
that
40
movie-
now. It's hard for me to gauge exactly what time frame you were in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. The old miss.
Deep river.
My old miss over.
Came out in
Hey, kids.
1995.
Big Ben, Parliament.
So I was 10 years old when I saw that movie in theaters.
He was 10.
A year after Jurassic Park. That's insane to me. All right, let's talk
Yeah,
about that
yeah.
real quick.
Oh my
Jurassic Park
God.
came out in 1994, which was an amazingly visual, astonishing movie. Also, once again, well acted, directed, written. And then a year later, we get the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, which had some Windows screensaver kind of level graphics in there.
It was not good. They didn't up the budget for the movie.
No,
for the
they
TV
did
not.
show.
No, they
not.
did the same thing for the movie that they did for the TV show. They cut half of it with the show that was filmed in Japan.
Yeah.
So
10 years earlier.
Yeah.
Well, what I always hated about it, besides that I just thought it was stupid. Yes, I said that. I thought the Power Rangers were stupid. I was
Once
a little
it-
bit older than you.
Yeah.
So, it was like just like a cheap version of Voltron. Like the robot. Like when they all
Well,
form together,
It
I'm
was
like,
live action too, yeah.
yeah, well, when they make a live action Voltron, it's not going to be like Power Rangers.
Disney, here we go.
They've been talking about doing it.
I
I
know
mean,
they
they've
have.
already done Transformers, so it's
Right.
not like they don't have
It's-
the technology to
Yeah.
put
Exactly.
5 lions together.
Yep.
It's 5 lions.
But there's a really funny robot chicken Voltron skit that I'll show you guys afterwards.
And so, like, well, this is my question. If they did that, would they do it like they did Transformers 1, do it fully animated and voiceover? That quote unquote live action, but, you know, or would they do it like Transformers, the original?
No, I think they're talking about doing like a live action.
Yeah.
Like a Shia LaBeouf
like
level.
the
Yeah,
first Shia LaBeouf movie.
Okay.
Buff, whatever his name.
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf, who's so method when he's so method acting when he went into that gangster like mob movie that he did. He actually got that tattoo on his stomach. That's a real tattoo he now has on his body permanently.
Nice.
But yeah, back to Power Rangers movie. So this
No,
movie
we don't need to talk about Power Rangers.
Just works.
We do not need to talk about Power Rangers. We're talking about Rob Reiner.
All right, fine. But real quick, if you didn't know this,
But real quick, let's talk about it anyway.
not about the movie, but about the show. If you did not know this, so the American version, well, yes, I guess version. So whenever you saw them in like their street clothes or their kid clothes, that was filmed in probably Burbank, California, or something like that. But whenever you couldn't see their faces, they were in their Power Rangers outfits. They were just doing voiceover because that was actually a show from Japan, from like Gavin said, about 10 years earlier. So all those like karate moves and everything, that was somebody else that I don't even think was accredited on the American version.
I don't think they were either.
Yeah. So that's a fun fact about Power Rangers. Only about half of the show was filmed in the U.S.
They all had Cobra Kai bandanas.
Yes.
No mercy.
The Lord Zed Putty Men,
Yeah. Oh God.
Rita
What a-
Repulsa,
what a
The
horrible
Ooze.
show. What
There's a movie that he's in, or at least credited to be in, Mixed Nuts.
yeah.
I have not seen this, but
I heard D's nuts. I'm not
it's,
gonna lie.
it's Steve Martin, Adam Sandler, Madeline Kahn, Juliette Lewis, Liv Schreiber. Like, this is pretty big,
Tell us
studded
about
cast.
it. No, I'm saying give us what the synopsis is.
Made in 1994. So Steve Martin's character manages a suicide prevention hotline called Lifesavers, assisted by Mrs. Manchuk, Madeline Kahn, and Catherine, who is Rita Wilson. On Christmas Eve, Philip learns that their landlord, Gary Shandling, is evicting them from their office. Amid all this unrest, Catherine proclaims her love for Philip, and when a transvestite, Liv Schreiber, and a pregnant woman, Juliette Lewis, enter into the equation, things get even more interesting.
That is, I know that movie. I've heard of it. I don't know if I've actually seen it, or if I did, I do not remember. But I know that movie. As soon as you said mixed nuts, I was like,
I was looking. I just pulled up the cast for it, and I was looking at the cast. I was like, "This is awesome! Why have I not seen this?" But it has a 16 on Rotten Tomatoes.
oh,
So once again, when Gavin first said mixed nuts, all I heard was D's nuts, and I was like, "Damn! All right, Rob, you got range."
Yeah,
he does have range. I mean, the man can do it all.
he definitely could.
I just want to say, I'm not angry at IMDb, but I am disappointed that he is not most well known for The Princess Bride. He is not in his top 5.
What are the top 5?
Top 5 are All in the Family,
Well, yeah,
Spinal Tap, Wolf of Wall Street,
Okay.
and The Story of Us.
That's weird that The Wolf of Wall Street would be on the top 5 because he only just played that part in there.
Yeah, but he directed it too.
Oh, and
don't
top
think he
4.
did.
I want to say he did.
Wolf of Wall Street was directed by Martin Scorsese,
Yeah,
written by Terrence
he just
Winter.
played the
and
part in
Jordan-
there.
Yeah.
Just played the dad.
I mean, I get how you can get confused with Rob Reiner and Martin Scorsese.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Totally the same
They're
thing.
basically the same guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he was looking into a mirror. It's like twins all over again.
Yeah, everybody calls me Brad Pitt.
Yeah, but the
Except
the
not
one with Danny
skinny,
DeVito
facial
and Arnold Schwarzenegger. The twins version with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito.
That's what I was talking
Yeah.
about.
okay.
Yes.
That's the only reference I was using.
Well, good that I picked it up.
He's excited. He actually knew that.
I followed along with your metaphor, analogy, simile, well, whatever the hell.
Whatever
You
it was.
literature nerds get in touch with me and let me know what that was.
All right then.
Now that I've just offended not only Jeff Bezos, but an entire subclass of people.
You don't have to text me. I'm sitting right here.
I know.
You're insulting Patrick. Sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't want to say that
Yeah.
loud. That's pretty funny.
Patrick, can you please leave the room and grab a cup of coffee?
we want to talk about you behind your back.
Have a cigarette. Go ahead and smoke.
Well, I mean, you're offering.
In that case,
See you later.
How
Big
far?
ups, huh?
How long does this cord go?
Just plug in on Zoom or something real quick.
yeah,
Yeah, just pull it up on my phone.
Well, we only have a few minutes left, though, so you're in luck, so you can smoke here.
Excuse me.
So Rob Reiner, man, he's done a lot of stuff.
His acting credits are 600 and change, I think.
Yeah.
He did a lot of just like one-off, like one episode here, one episode there.
Yeah, of all the TV shows and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, but then
He's
I said,
he's got the credits of like a voice actor for like
Right,
anime.
yeah.
You ever looked at like a voice actor's IMDb credits? It's like 1,000 things long because once they're in one episode and they have like 5 lines, so they're in a recording session probably 9 hours a day for like 30 different projects.
Yeah.
yeah, it's not a bad payday though. At the end of the day,
No.
No, if you get recognized in a steady gig, voice acting is lucrative.
I always thought I have a good voice for a character of some sort.
Yeah, you definitely have a face for radio. I mean, what?
I'm talking about a cartoon.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah. I'll tell you
I
what
always-
I'm going to say here in a bit. As soon as we're done.
I don't know why I'm on a podcast, but I've always said that I have a face for radio and a voice for silent movies.
Yes,
Voice for silent movies.
you're correct. You are correct, sir. We'll make this black and white. We'll do the fast.
Yeah.
Get the
Little piano in
little
the background.
film reel lines going
Yeah,
across
yeah,
everything.
that's right.
Oh, we can
Old
do
Charlie
that.
Chaplin movies.
Yeah.
Or a trip to the moon kind of stuff.
Yeah.
A real grainy,
Yeah.
bullet in the moon eye bleeding.
We can go grainy if you want.
Yeah.
We can make it grainy.
Let's get grainy as fuck.
Whoa.
That's
whoa.
a bit aggressive.
Before we go, I will say that I did see online that Scatter Brothers had posted that they're doing the
The NASA
documentary for the Tampa Theater.
Yeah.
Oh,
is
yes.
underway, or the renovation
Okay.
situation's underway.
Yeah,
at
they
the
said that was
beginning.
going to be starting in like mid to late February, I think.
Yeah,
like they're in pre-production now, I think.
Yeah, they're basically just going to be doing the documentary for it.
Yeah.
Which they're already starting. But yeah, no, the renovations are starting in March, and I believe they said they're hoping to be done and have it reopened by October, which would be the 100th
Yeah, 100th year.
anniversary. And,
So if you're in the Tampa Bay area, keep an eye out for that one.
yeah, we'll keep you updated, and hopefully we can have Doug on to talk about that as well, because I'd like to hear some updates.
I think we just need to like kidnap Ben to get him on the show at some point.
Possibly.
Basically, just keep a mic on hand with you,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
as soon as you see him, be like, "Hey, got a minute?
You
Cool."
got 60 seconds.
I saw him a month ago for his birthday, but that was the last time I've seen him.
Carry around a backpack with the mixing board and the laptop up here in the front. All right, hey, can I talk to you for a minute? But yeah, so we are out of time though. Just want to thank you guys again for joining us. Good topic. That was Gavin's topic today,
Yeah.
Rob Reiner.
Hey, I got to talk about a video game and Power Rangers.
Yes, you did.
No one stopped me.
That did happen.
Well, not you know of. I have
Tony
remote control
likes to tell
access
us-
to the
Yeah.
mixing board. now.
Tony likes to say that he doesn't edit these episodes, but I think today he's going to fire up Premiere Pro.
Oh, yeah. Sit back and relax. But that is all the time. Thank you guys so much. We'll keep you up to date with our interviews coming up within the next few weeks. And all the other exciting things to come about. But until then, for Movie Talks and Chill, we are your hosts. I am Tony Serrato.
I'm Gavin Butts.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I'm Patrick Wall.
Canceled. Take care.